Peace and divine blessings, my people. This is Tantrik Research Institute. So today's topic, sorry for the pause. We always like to take time to gather our thoughts before we go out and just start spouting things off, especially when it can be of an offensive nature. But at the same time, we do understand that the truth does cause an offense. And, as a disclaimer, we'll say that's not our intention here to cause offense to anyone. But we do have to bring awareness to the fact that the reason why we decided to start over in social media, it's not that we left social media. But what we decided to do is leave it for a moment as far as, paying attention to it, being actively engaging and, answering questions is due to the fact that there seems to be a misconception about what a spiritual worker is supposed to do. People pay their lawyers, they pay their doctors, they pay their favorite musician, they pay their favorite athlete, so on and so forth. It's anybody who they think has provided a service and has contributed to their joy and state of well-being. Whether it's an actor, a doctor, or even a shaman. You know what I'm saying? People tend to pay for these services. But then when you're online, it seems to be a whole different deal. People feel like you should provide your services as a spiritual worker, but there's no reward for it. So now think about this. Whoever it is, and it could even be myself, but if you contact somebody for their services, for your healing, and you constantly take the person's time, have you considered the fact that this person needs to sustain themselves? There's some way, somehow, upon this earth plane, there's got to be a way that person is receiving sustenance. So there's got to be something that person does to bring that in their life. So with that being said, you can't just come and take that time away from a person and expect to get a reward, get something out of it, and then basically expect for them to not have it, not have any reward, or just, be thankful to the universe, which is, I think it is definitely a common misconception. We feel that because we are spiritual workers that we have to work for free or work for no money. We got to remember, people, because we have the term money in our head, but we got to remember, people, the term currency means energy or current. Current is electric in nature. Current is energetic. So by you drawing my current to empower your current, eventually a source begins to lose its power to give, you see? And we could use this example by utilizing natural means. I mean, look at what we have done with water. Simple as that. Look at what we have done with water. How some of our cities depend so much on the water supply that the water supply is beginning to dwindle. Same thing with a spiritual worker. Spiritual worker, does many different practices to empower themselves, and then suddenly, people expect for us to give, and eventually there's nothing we could really give due to the fact that we've been depleted. It's the same thing. Look at the principle of just an operating store. You know, store, it costs currency in order to open it. A store can't survive if the customers are continuously taking. Now, if that was the trend, what happens is the store prices begin to increase. You know, there's an inflation of sorts now because the store has to make up for its loss. So it's the same thing with the spiritual worker. We have to make up for our loss. So the reason why, don't get upset when a spiritual worker asks for a donation. Don't go out of your way to call a spiritual worker a false healer. First of all, there's no such thing. I mean, how could you put the term false and healer in one sentence? There is no such thing. There's just simply a healer, and there are those who utilize the healing arts to get one over without actually providing any form of healing. You see? But people turn around and say, oh, call, people of our sorts false or charlatans or hustlers and, con artists and all this and that. I mean, let's be clear, my people. We have to sustain ourselves some way, somehow. Again, you pay people within their profession. So why is it that spiritual work becomes a profession that is simply underpaid or not paid at all? And people again go with the notion of the universe will provide. Let's be real, my people. You could do better than that. When the best thing for karmatic balance is give. Continuously give. Okay? And even if you're asking from, you're still giving. You're still giving. Because, for instance, for me to be able to receive benediction and blessings, I'm giving praises. I'm giving from the higher part of myself. And in that giving, receiving comes naturally. But think about it. If you just take, how balanced is that? So I just leave you with those thoughts, my people. Give. Just give, and give freely. But remember to give. Don't just take. If you're taking, you're depleting. Peace and blessings, my people. Namaste. This is Tantrik here, and I'm signing out. My people, stay in tune. Make sure to check out did I say 3 W's? TantrikResearchInstitute.com, and that's Tantrik with a K, not with a C. And we'll explain that in a separate video. Tantrik with a K, not with a C. Tantrik Research Institute. Same as the channel that you're looking at. We have a website, .com, which we are working to provide our services, which include natal charts. It includes chakra balancing. It includes breathing, teaching the art of entheogenic breathing, which is something that we personally are bringing to the world. Some people think of psychedelics, hallucinogens. What we are dealing with is we're drawing upon the God energy, which is nothing else other than that. That's what's infused in the plants. That's what makes the psychedelic, or what makes things psychoactive, is what's in the plant. So that's the pranic energy, and we'll be dealing a whole lot with that. We do have other services such as marriage, pujas. Please link us up. I'm not trying to make this about our services, but since it's the end of the video, just wanted to throw that out there. Check our website out. Hit that subscribe button. Also, my people, please share. Don't keep us as some form of storehouse of information, my people. Share this video. If you got YouTube, please share this with a friend. This could be very helpful for a friend, and anybody who's been, who was following the Instagram. This is actually much better than the Instagram. We're here, we're live, we're direct, and we're offering our service to you. www